It used to, back when I first started with NASCAR, there was always this old guy in overalls, and he had usually a cigarette with an ash about this long hanging out, and he would be there, and he'd have his ear tuned to the carburetor, and he'd adjust the jets. And nowadays they have computers to do all this. But back then it was a guy that just listened to the engine and revved that thing up, and that was the last person that touched it before it went out on track for a race. Those were the cool days back then.
And speaking of cool days and revving up, here come the T225 seniors out of turn 17, getting ready to get their pre-final underway here. They're getting woed down as they come down that front straightaway to the attention of starter Cam Gentry. I think they get the green. Yeah, they will get the green. Felix McAleer will cross the line first. Bounty Yedla will be second. DZ Lee will be third, and John McAleer will be your fourth place cart. We see 5 carts in the picture here, but I only have 4 on my scoring, so we will do the best we can with the information we have here.
During the employee lunch, somebody had a transponder up. Matter of fact, Cam Gentry had a transponder in his hand and said, "This fell off somebody's cart." I don't know whose it is. It may be our 5th competitor out here right now.
We may have found them.
Felix McAleer is your leader going down through the kink as they head down to 7 and 8, and we'll see what happens when they get to those corners. Right now, Felix McAleer still leads it. Banu Yedla in second spot with Desi Lee in third and John McAleer in fourth, and we have our unknown driver back in 5th position right now as they work their way up the hill heading toward turn 14.
Trying to get a number on that 5th place car. Not that we have a driver's list handy or anything, but McAleer stretching it out now. When he got to the line the last time by, I actually do not have timing on him to see what the differential was. They're going to come back by here to complete lap number 2, I believe. Let's see what happens. Do we get updated? Our timing and scoring is having a little bit of issue. There we go. Lap number 1 complete. A 9/10 of a second differential already between Felix McAleer and John McAleer. Felix is in the 88. John's in the 44. Yedla will be third, and then DZ Lee will be fourth.
Well, John McAleer has moved up from the last spot that we had on our scoring pylon up to second spot now. So John McAleer in the 44 car. But Felix is way out ahead right now as they head down to the big signature corner.
We have a challenge for second place now as Yedla looking underneath McAleer as they head into turn number 9 and then into the S's. I believe that's right. I see 44 and I see 88. Is that right?
I believe that is 88.
So who is our leader? May be the one who we don't have the transponder on.
That's very possible because those are the 2 guys that are battling back a little bit in the field, and our leader is the unknown right now.
We'll watch the Racer X, as we'll call him. He's number 8.
Danny May.
Oh, okay, Danny May. You know, we've had this issue with Danny before. I had somebody tell me it was Danny May. So Danny May is your leader. And maybe he needs to put an extra round of racing tape on that transponder or something because, again, I've had this issue with Danny before, but here we go. Danny May will be they've got him entered manually. So if you look at that 8, that is Danny May. He's your leader. And at the line, he had a 3.1 second differential, about almost 3.2 seconds over John McAleer, Felix McAleer, Bounty Yedla, Desi Lee, and I think that's it. That's our 5. There we go.
Well, Danny May is bringing the crew up through. Well, there you see the 8 car of Danny May as he makes his way up the hill and going into turns 12 and 13. Danny May, boy, he's got quite a lead right now over John McAleer as those drivers now have separated themselves a little bit from the rest of the field. They're pretty evenly spaced all the way back behind John McAleer.
And here comes May out of the final turn down to the start-finish line to complete lap number 3. That last lap was at a $1.07, and here comes John McAleer. He will be about 4.25 seconds behind Danny May in second place.
You know, Bill, I talk to drivers a lot, and they tell me, they said, as long as I'm following somebody, I know what I'm doing. But once I'm out front, at least the guys that have never been used to leading a race, they said all of a sudden when you're out front, you have nobody to play off. You have no one to show you where their marks are. All of a sudden, you're the guy. You got to know where to brake. You got to know where to turn in. You've got to know when to get back on the gas because you don't have anybody to kind of give you the the bookmark as to when to do it. So you find that a lot of times with guys that are doing new drivers out that are leading for the first time. But Danny May is used to leading races, and he just continues to pull away from John McAleer and the rest of the field.
Key to success, practice and experience, and I believe Danny May has both as he's exhibiting those here in the T225 Senior Pre-Final. Working on lap 4 will be halfway through when he comes to the line this time by. It'll be Danny May, your leader, as he comes out of 17. Comes to the line. He'll hit the line in just a moment. Here he comes. Then comes McAleer, John, and then McAleer Felix. So Danny May, I know he's so good. He's in there twice now, but he looking good, Danny May. And we know timing and scoring can hear us as we were talking here, so we try not to mock them too much here, but it's a fluid thing here with timing and scoring and trying to keep up with all these cards and all these transponders.
Well, it's also a fluid thing with Danny May, whether or not he even has a transponder on at times. But Danny does right now, and he is 4 laps into this, and he's over halfway through this 5th lap as he works his way up the hill. We look a little back at some of the action going on back in the field right now. Everybody, as we said, fairly evenly spaced. Nobody in any contention right now for a pass. There you see the 88 of Felix McAleer and Desi Lee and the 69 go by. Danny May brings it off turn 17. John McAleer is now in 16, entering 17, as Danny May puts 5 laps on the board.
There'll be 3 to go this time by, so as we complete lap number 5, 3 more to go in this scheduled 8 in the T225 Senior Pre-Final here in the Summer Series, Atlanta Motorsports Park, as we watch them go into turn 2. That's always a fun turn to watch because it's hard to tell from the screen or from watching on your computer, but that is a steep hill. So if you run out of brakes, you've got a decided competitive disadvantage there.
Our executive producer, Will Rigdon, carried me out the other day to stand at the little viewing area right there coming off 2, and they were doing a photo shoot. So they had a kart driver who was actually catching air when he came off of turn 2, and he was getting up maybe 18 inches off the ground there. It was really kind of cool to see him blast that far off and then have to put the brakes on when he got to the bottom of 2. An outstanding turn. One of the most exciting turns I've ever seen in any racing facility.
One of my least favorite classes in college was physics, but one thing I do remember is that the brakes won't work if you're in the air.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Or on a slick surface necessarily.
That's true.
So Danny May's completed 6 laps now. Also, John McAleer has completed 6. Here we come with Felix McAleer, Desi Lee, Banu Yedla, the rest of the field. And we got a little bit of a battle tightening up here. I believe that's between Felix McAleer and Desi Lee.
Let's keep an eye on that one then. Is this the McAleers actually going at it here? That's 88 and 44, right? No, it is.
So Danny May's out front. That's the McAleers going at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're straining to see what's going on here, but that would be that John is ahead of Felix here as they go into turn 9 now and then exit that and into the S's. That's a great shot of the S's. This is the first one I've seen this angle. I've been gone a couple of months here, so this is really great to see. Actually, that is Desi Lee that just got around Felix McAleer. So this is the battle for third.
Yeah.
It looks like Desi Lee is now your third place Carter, and the white flag comes out as Danny May will come to the line. We'll get everybody cleaned up here from a standings standpoint as we come to the line. Danny May is your leader, and it looks like. Well, no, it's not updating, but I thought, did we lose Felix?
I think John McAleer is running in second. I believe that's Felix and Desi Lee that are battling it out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Desi Lee now in third, and Felix McAleer is in
there
fourth
we go.
spot.
Okay, so it is third and fourth. I think the old eyes have lost a card here. And as we watch Danny May coming into 9 and sweeping into those S's one more time. That's a trick right there. The trick is making those S turns as straight as possible. So you'll see them go from curb to curb, trying to make a straight line as much as possible out of those S's. He nips the apex coming into 14, takes 15, and the final 2 turns, 16, and then it's really a compound turn going into 17 as he comes out and he will take the checkered flag. So the winner of your T225 Senior Pre-Final will be Danny May. Here comes McAleer to take second in the battle for third now. Looks like it got settled. I think Desi Lee managed to dispose of Felix McAleer, and he will take third. McAleer will be fourth, and Banu Yedla will round out the field in fifth. So action all over the place. This has been a great afternoon of racing so far. We're only 3 races in.
And it is green, so we do get a green. So now we're back in full throttle ourselves as those drivers go full throttle up the hill. They're heading up toward turn 1, down into turn 2 they go, and we'll find out who our race leader is in a moment.
My guess is it's going to be Danny May.
Yeah. We got somebody waving back there. I'm not sure what's going on. We got a driver in the back waving. There's some kind of problem he's got mechanically. And he wasn't waving. He was pounding on the wheel. Something happened.
Something broke right off.
That's Banu Yedla.
Well, the reverse works. I don't think he's going to finish it that way, but or actually, he's probably coasting.
I think he's just coasting down the hill.
Say, wait a minute, these things
I thought that was a tongue-in-cheek when you said reverse anyway, because I think he was just coasting down the hill.
If I'd been looking out the window, I've seen he was on a hill, but that it didn't look that way on camera. So anyway.
It did look like he was accelerating, didn't it? But that's a pretty steep
hill. It really
hill.
looked like he had it in reverse. It really did, the way he came down the hill.
Soapbox derby action here.
Here we go. All righty, so we are top 4 coming down to the line to complete lap number 1 after all that kerfuffle back there going into turn number 2. Here we go. It's going to be John McAleer, Danny May. Desi Lee up to third now. Felix McAleer in fourth, and Banu Yedla, as we said earlier, is going to end up in fifth, looks like.
Now, he got going again, apparently. He came by our vantage point very, very late in this group, but I believe he's rolling once again. Look at this battle going on for second, third, and fourth. Oh, my.
They are. Look at that, 2x2, almost 3 wide coming in by our position in turn 4. Finally straightening it out to get through that left-right chicane.
Yeah, Desi Lee has made it up now to second spot in the 69, but they're contested once again as they get down into turn 9. John McAleer still leads it. I believe that's Desi Lee in the 69 running in second spot. We'll have to confirm that when they come across the scoring loop, but that's what it looked like from our vantage point. There's your leader.
I think we lost our S's camera for the moment anyhow. We'll see. We'll work to get that reinstated, but here we go coming out of turn number 17 for the second time to complete lap number 2. John McAleer opening it up. Let's get an interval on him as he comes by. He's already got 2.6 second lead over Desi Lee. Desi Lee up to second now. Can Desi, now that he's clear of traffic, have anything for John McAleer as they battle, chug up the hill? Nope, and there's a pass. Even as we speak, here comes Felix McAleer around the outside, and Felix McAleer is going to be your second place cart now, and Danny May looking to the inside, nothing doing there for him, though, as he was thinking to get around Desi Lee as well.
Well, I thought Danny, with that swing to the inside, was going to get around Felix McAleer, but it didn't happen. They head down to turn 9 right now. We'll catch them on the upswing here in just a moment as they bring it back over toward turn 14. Now they make their way up the hill right there. It's still McAleer up front.
So it's going to be John McAleer, your leader, coming into 16 as we see it now. Then should be Felix after him, the Desi Lee. But I think Yedla's in there in the mix somewhere. So that's Yedla we're seeing there. Now comes John McAleer. And here is Felix, and then the battle between Desi Lee and Danny May. Actually, Danny May, I think, is now in fourth place.
All right, so there comes John McAleer out of turn 2, up the hill. The 3 drivers behind him all in contention, Felix, Desi, and Danny. That's McAleer, Lee, and May, if you want the last names on those. It's the 88 of Felix McAleer, that 88 car with the blue stripes on it. That's the one in second spot as he heads down through the kink. Meanwhile, you see John McAleer as he disappears out to the front of this group. He's got some lap traffic right now. I think he's caught Banu Yedla, and I believe he's got to work his way around him as they head up into that turn. We should see John McAleer clear him and be ahead, and that is the case, in fact, as McAleer heads now down into 15.
So Yedla's going to be content just to ride this one out, at least get his laps in, and maybe take advantage of the misfortune of someone else, as he will hit the line. Now a lap down to leader John McAleer. Then comes Felix McAleer and Desi Lee.
Oh, got a
spinner.
spin.
Yep. Was that Desi? No, that was John
McAleer.
McAleer.
Is he going to get past? I mean, my goodness, we've got a battle
like
for the
Felix
lead.
got
looks like
around
right
him,
here.
yeah.
Felix has got that lead as he gets around John. 88 and the 44 doing battle, and the 88 comes out on top right now.
And just like that, we have 4 cars contending for the lead.
Now, John's been faster this whole race, so can he get by? That's what it's looking like it's going to be planned right now as John's working to the inside, trying to see if he can come out of 9 and 10 with the advantage now over Felix. And he does.
There we go. I think the weather's wreaking havoc with more than just the carts out here today. And there goes John McAleer. And not only does he get back around Felix, he establishes a substantial lead, although they looked like they were 3 wide.
Wow.
Heading out of 15 there, didn't it?
Man, those guys are racing hard.
And ducking way down to the inside to make it side by side for third place coming to the line was
wow, Danny May has moved up to second.
Danny May gets around, but Felix and Desi were going at it for third place as well. So we've got wholesale changes throughout your top 4 here.
Well, there you see Danny May in the 8 car. Just behind him is Desi Lee in the 69, then Felix McAleer in the 88 as those 3 battle out, coming through turn 4 right now, still chasing John McAleer, who's our leader heading down through the kink. He's on his way down to turn number 9.
And golly, what a handsome sight right there. Oh, no, we're back to racing. All right.
Oh, McAleer. I thought I saw a spin from him. That may have just been a frozen screen for a moment.
I think it was just a little bit of pixelation there. It did, but I thought the same thing as we saw that. Yeah, I think the elements are causing us a little bit of technical issues there.
Boy, there's a terrible sight. What's happening right now?
Oh, the humanity. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, well, so we could sing something for them. Oh, all right, we're back to
gosh, and on that note, let's go racing.
You guys just dodged a bullet out there, I tell you what. So here we go. John McAleer, again, your leader. Let's get that that revised interval. It was a second and a half. He's opened back up after his earlier misfortune where he lost the lead briefly. But Danny May on the charge. May working his way through traffic, and he's seeing if he can track down McAleer. We'll get an interval for you again the next time by. I said it was a second and a half before. We'll see if Danny May has anything in the tank. Meanwhile, Desi Lee and Felix McAleer are duking it out for third place as well.
Well, you know, we're just halfway through this race. It's been a pretty eventful race
Really?
so far, and we're just
More
halfway
ways than
through.
one.
So yeah, so we've got a lot of action still to go. John McAleer is still your leader, but you know McAleer has lost the spot once before, had a little issue, and then had to regain the top spot. But now he's starting to pull away on Danny May. May started back in 4th position and has worked his way up to 2nd right now. So let's see what Danny May's got in the
Felix
books.
McAleer looking to the outside of Desi Lee now, coming into 16. Not able to do anything yet, but I wonder if that's a portent of things to come for Desi Lee as we are in the last half of this race. We are working lap number 8 now. There's your leader, John McAleer. I don't know whether he's slowing down or whether the video is freezing. Actually, he was going up the hill. That makes you look like you're slowing down because you are.
Looks like a stop scene in the middle of action. Even.
Yeah, there you go. So here we go. At the line that last time, 2.4. So I think John McAleer is the class of the field right now, but given the conditions and everything and things that have happened to him in the race, it's never over till the checkered flag falls, and we have less than 5 laps till that event comes.
There you see Desi Lee and Felix McAleer battling it out. Those 2 drivers going at it. That's the 69 and the 88 cars. Meanwhile, there's John McAleer up front going down into 17. Danny May trying to chase him down. There's those 2 battling it out side by side. You heard our commentator a little earlier talking about the visibility issues out there and just raising that shield up, whatever it takes to try to see if you can see on these conditions today.
So I don't guess they run with tear-offs, or you'd be seeing them all over the place, and I don't think a tear-off would do you a whole lot of good in the rain anyway.
Yeah.
as soon as you tore one off, the other would be filled up with raindrops. But look at that battle between Desi and Danny. They are going at it, hammer and tong here. And there they go side by side. Desi and Felix, excuse me. Danny is trying to chase down McAleer, but this is for third place.
These two guys are battling hard. Look at them, wheel to wheel as they go into turn number 9.
Now that's Desi looking to take the position back from McAleer because Felix had him there for a minute, but Desi takes it back as they head through the S's. And they're having a good time out there. It's a little intense, but they're having a good time out there. Desi Lee and Felix McAleer battling for third. 8 laps in the books, coming down to complete lap number 9 now in this 12-lap final. Here comes your leader, John McAleer. And it'll be 3 laps to go this time by for McAleer, and Desi and Felix still going at it. We'll see what their interval is between the two of them. They get to the line. It says 2/10 here. It couldn't have been that. it couldn't have been that far apart, but maybe it was at the line.
Danny May all alone now in second spot. He's right there, but John McAleer well out front. Danny May in second. Here's your battle going on is between these two, Desi Lee and Felix McAleer, the 69, the 88. They've got a couple of more laps here still to settle this one. 2.5 laps away from the end of this one as they go down, I guess what would be considered the front straightaway. I'm not sure there is such a thing here, but as close as we've got to a front straightaway going into that big sweeping turn in 9 and 10.
Not much straight here at the kart track at Atlanta Motorsports Park, but that's part of the appeal about it. These karts, by the way, if you do come out here for the public karting, these guys do get up to 55 miles per hour. It's going to be the fastest karts that you can find in this area. And you can challenge this very same track here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. So we're down to 10 laps now. At the line, it was a almost 4-second gap between McAleer and May. And May has opened up around, 4.5 seconds back to Desi Lee, and then he and McAleer are still going at it about 0.4 of a second apart now. So Lee's, I won't say comfortable, but at least he's got a cushion of some sort between himself and Felix McAleer for third place.
Well, the laps are winding down. You saw him give him 2 to go in just a moment ago. So we're a half lap into that 2 to go, I guess you could say. That battle's still going on between Felix McAleer and Desi Lee. Lee with the advantage of that situation right now over Felix McAleer as they work through the S's, getting ready to go up that hill where they all seem to want to help the car up the hill by bobbing their heads, but they make it up to the top of that rise right now, and they're heading a little bit downhill toward 14 and 15, down into 16. Meanwhile, white flag's in the air.
John McAleer takes that white flag. Coming up in pursuit, Danny May. Then that battle for third, Desi Lee and McAleer. Looks like Desi has it in hand for the moment. But as we have seen, anything can happen on the last lap or on any lap for that matter. But there's your leader, John McAleer, as he comes by our vantage point in turn number 4, followed by Danny May. Take a couple breaths, and now here comes Desi Lee and Felix McAleer. Not quite settled yet. We'll see if Felix has anything for Desi in this last half lap as the leader heads into 10 and goes into the S's now.
John McAleer is there. Of course, Danny May, you see him all alone there in second spot. That battle not quite as heated back there for third and fourth as it has been, but Desi Lee still holds the third spot. Felix McAleer is in fourth. Meanwhile, John McAleer ready to bring him off 16. He's heading to 17. Bill, coming home for the win.
Here we come out of turn number 17, and taking the checkered flag is John McAleer. He'll be your winner in the T225 Senior Final here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. Danny May comes under the flag second. Down to the line. Desi Lee hanging on for third place. And Felix McAleer will be the fourth place winner. And Banu Yedla, the hard luck fifth place finisher here after having a little bit of trouble in the early laps here. So we are done with the T225s. Next